today we will discuss about prism. So prism is transparent refracting medium, bounded by two triangular and three rectangular surface called prism. Once again, transparent refracting medium bounded by two triangular and three rectangular surface called prism. See here in this diagram, it is the actual diagram of prism. Here A, B, C and D, E, F. These two are the triangular face which is called base of the prism, and A, B, D, F, A, F, E, C and B, C, E, D. These are the three rectangular refracting surface. They are called refracting surface. So see, if this portion be taken here, actually this is prism AB and AC. AB and AC be the refracting surface. BC is called base of the prism, and angle BAC is called angle of prism. What are the definition of angle of prism is the angle by which two refracting surface inclined from each other. That is called angle of prism. And for normal prism, it is equilateral triangular prism. Its value is 60 degree. So for normal prism, angle of prism is 60 degree. See here, suppose it is PQ is an incident ray at point Q on AB surface. Draw a normal on AB surface and let it is MN. MN is normal on AB surface. Here incident ray PQ incident at point Q on AB surface, it moves from rarer to denser. Suppose here air is present and suppose prism is made of glass. The light ray passes from air to glass, rarer to denser. So by law of reflection, it turns towards normal. It should go along this way in absence of prism, but due to refraction, it turns towards normal and move along Q, suppose R direction. So here PQ is incident ray and QR is refracted ray. Now at point R, light ray passes from glass to air. Here also air is present. Means from denser to rarer. So what happened? Draw one more normal at point R. Suppose it is normal. Let the name of this normal is N. Let it is M dash. So light ray passes from denser to rarer medium. So it turn away from the normal and it move away from the normal and move along, suppose RS direction. So here PQ is called incident ray. PQ is incident ray. QR is called refracted ray. RS, actually RS is refracted ray, but here first and last medium are same, means light emerge out in the same medium through which it is incident. That's why it is called emergent ray. RS is called emergent ray. This angle PQM, it is angle between incident ray and normal. So it is angle of incident, angle PQM. It is I, angle of incident ray. See here, this angle, it is R1. It is angle between refracted ray and normal. So R1, it means RQN, angle RQN. It is R1. It is angle of refraction. For AB surface. AB surface. For AB surface. Here this angle, it is R2, means angle NRQ. Angle NRQ, it is denoted by R2. It is angle of refraction for AC surface. Actually, for AC is supposed to be angle of incident, but as a whole, it is called angle of refraction for AC surface, for whole field. This angle, E, angle M dash RS, angle M dash RS, it is small e, that is called angle of emergent. Angle of emergent means angle between emergent ray and normal, that is called angle of emergent. Angle between incident ray and normal, that is called angle of incident. Angle between refracted ray and normal, it is R1, first angle of refraction. Angle between refracted ray QR and normal, it is called angle of refraction, second angle of refraction, that is R2. And angle BAC, that is called angle of prism. Up see here, suppose if this prism is not present on the way of incident ray, then light ray will passes along the straight path in a homogeneous medium. If increase this refracted ray, emergent ray along the reverse direction, means if RS increase along the reverse direction, then it meet at point O, suppose, from incident ray. So this angle, let if this point is T, so this angle TOS, angle TOS, it is called angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. Suppose it is denoted by delta. It is the sign of delta. Delta. So it is the terminology for the prism. Okay. Now let's see what happened in this case. The sum of angle of incident and angle of emergent is always equal to sum of angle of prism plus angle of deviation. Correct? For normal prism, I plus E is equal to A plus delta. But for during minimum deviation position, minimum deviation means if light ray deviate minimum from its initial path, so that position is called angle of minimum deviation position. So during minimum deviation position, angle of incident is equal to angle of emergent. Always angle of incident is equal to angle of emergent during minimum deviation position. And both angle of refraction are same. R1 is equal to R2. And suppose it is R. Let it is R. Correct? So R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R. And for any prism, since A is equal to, means angle of prism is equal to R1 plus R2. So if R1 is equal to R2, so it become A is equal to 2R. So R is equal to A upon 2. So the important point during minimum deviation position, angle of incident is equal to angle of emergent, and angle of deviation, angle of refraction is half of the angle of prism. Sometimes the question came during minimum deviation position for an equilateral triangle, what will be the value of angle of refraction? So for an equilateral triangle, as you know, angle of prism is equal to 60 degree. So angle of refraction during minimum deviation position becomes 60 upon 2, that is 30 degree. Clear? So it is the concept related with the point. So the sum of angle of incident and angle of emergent is equal to angle of prism plus angle of deviation. And during minimum deviation position, when the deviation of light ray is minimum, then angle of incident is equal to angle of emergent, number 1. And number 2, angle of refraction is half of the angle of prism. So it's all about prism. Thank you.